Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm your man, the CashMinister. Yes, man. How y'all guys doing today? Hope you're doing very well, doing very good. Okay, going for your goals, going for your dreams, making your life happen, man. Yeah, it's 2021, and it's time to step into that new position in life about you, your family, your goals, dreams, and man. Also, man, I want to give praises to the man to the all to the Most High God, right? Man, I also want to thank everybody who watching live and also watching replay. I'm your man, the Cashmere. I was an ex-atheist, right? I'm gonna jump right into this. Look, now I don't never push my beliefs on anybody or anything of this sort because hey, everybody's gonna have their journey about how they're gonna get to where they need to get to. Okay, the divine, however you call it, the universe, you'll discover your relationship at that time being. But me, I was an atheist. I didn't believe in no God because look, my first experience, to learn about God and what he who he is and that I'm like, I had nothing I want to do with him. For look, I seen domestic violence and things like this, right? And so as I heard first before I really jump off that, uh, my father he's a changed man, and he's done moved forward, a different person. I done forgiven him and things of this sort. But as I seen the domestic violence and I hear my mother call out to God as she's going through this domestic violence, I said, man, where is this God at? Who is this being that supposed to protect and things of that sort? So that was kind of like my beginning story of God, right? So like I said, that was a traumatic experience. So that was like my first interaction of like that's supposed to be God. That's who we supposed to be. So I'll tell my whole story later on and things of this sort. But also you may see me here now, but I tell you all this because of the factor of look, you may see me talking normal right now, but before I'm talking about when I was like young and small, I like and the desire to speak, man, came before the moment of not be able to not stutter. It I was studying first, and some people like you might want to learn how to speak first and make eye contact and things of this sort, so that you can even go there, right? So I'm like, and he telling me, hey, this is for me. I'm supposed to help people out. I'm supposed to talk to other people, and I'm talking about uh low self esteem. Excuse me, ma'am, sir, I didn't have low self esteem. I had, if this was low, I had below self esteem. I didn't face suicidal thoughts and my life get ready to be thrown away and get ready to be dead and this and that. I'm like, but God shows up and shows out, right? So I wrote down a few things. Like I said, this is not for everybody, and I'm not reading the whole thing. I'm not trying to thump you over the head or anything like that. But these are some of the things that I've repeated many times to myself to really to know who he is and to know about myself because as I said, my story, I'm like, man, I mean, I'm the most unperfect person to tell you about this because I stood on both sides of not believing about him and then talking about him as well to come to a certain belief about him guiding you, leading you, protecting you, helping you, and everything that I do for this is really for that. So, as I said, I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but go look up yourself, rewind it. This is not for you contest me or leave comments or well, what about this and that? Okay, hey, believe how you choose to believe, and that's fine. All right. Can we agree to disagree? All right, I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Like I said, I jump on here. It's because look, I know my story. I know what it's not to have. I know not to have confidence self. I know what it's like to have a bad experience with the divine or with God and life of this sort. I know it's like not to know yourself and what you're designed for, and to have purpose and the confidence, and to people doubting you, talking about you, trying to put you down. I understand that part. All right. So I'm just gonna really like, man, ask God to really help me through this process, and like I said, hopefully that you get something from it, man, and we'll just go from there. All right, cool. All right, I love you. All right, look, Jeremiah 29:11. Hey, I know the thoughts I have for you, the of good thoughts and of peace, and for a hope in the future. Okay, I'm not reading the whole thing. All right, and goes on to Romans 8:28-29. For we know that all things work for the good for the ones who love God, his thoughts, his concepts, his principles that help guide us and lead us. Romans, like I said, 8:28-29. Ephesians 2:2-10. We are his workmanship. We are a masterpiece. Now, it's always said in a sarcastic way, man, you are a masterpiece. Like they really talking bad about you. They ain't saying that you creative or anything like that. But let's talk about how God took his time to create us, and we his craftsmanship of what he done work with. 2 Peter 1:3-4. For I have given you all things pertaining to life and godliness through the knowledge of him. And that's the knowledge also of self. So what also that meaning, and hey, anything that you need to understand in life, or to have your mind in a right state, look, you can have those very things if you just get the knowledge. If you get the knowledge. For he talks about my people perish for the lack of knowledge. Also, there's a second part, because they reject the knowledge. Okay, and also, I beyond religion, there's multiple religions out here. I just always say, hey, ask for yourself to say, God, I want to get to know you on a personal level. Beyond this phony hocus pocus things, and I'm not perfect, okay? Because I'm always asking God for forgive me, help me get me to that place. But as you ask God for this, man, he'll help and get you there. All right, let's keep on moving. All right, because like I said, this is not Bible class or nothing. Hey, Deuteronomy 31:8. Hey, these kind of, some of them is my own words, and how I put it and how I done receive. He like, hey, don't fear, don't even trip, don't even worry about what you think, who gonna harm you or who gonna even be against you. I'm with you. Don't even worry about that. I mean, what kind? Imagine the confidence and the swagger you would have. Imagine that God, the big man. You know what I mean? The guy upstairs. He's walking with you, guiding you, helping you, leading you. Okay, God's with me. Who can stand against me? But you gotta believe. That's how you activate your higher spirit, your higher being. Okay, forget all this other stuff, man. I'm like, some stuff we gotta unlearn. Let's keep on moving. All right. Nothing in this life, not death, nothing seen or unseen can separate me from. Man, nothing seen. Not life, not death, nothing, not man, not angels, nothing can really separate us from God and what he has for us, right? I mean, I'm like, I done faced death 3 times, and to be here, it's a blessing. I'm like, this ain't for everybody, but hey, somebody gotta know, man, God is still showing up. He's still powerful. He's still reigning on the throne, man. I'm like, hey, there's no way that the devil can get more powerful and God ain't working and ain't moving. I mean, you his workmanship that he's already completed. He see a designer within you. Man, I'm telling you, it touched my heart, because I'm like a stuttering, babbling fool. I'm talking about a babbling fool. And I'm like, I want to help people. I want to talk to people. This ain't an accident that I'm here talking to you. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Man, John 3:16. Not only I died for you, but man, he died as you. He took everything that you did in the past, the present, the future, and he says, you know what? Instead of he or she get that punishment, I'm gonna stand in their place. I'm gonna be them. Give it to me. You think about it as a standpoint. I told my son, I said, do you think I would stand at the side, and if I seen something was happening to you, that I would just let it happen to you? You think I would let that happen? He said, no, you wouldn't. I said, that's the exact same thing of God, man. He guides us and he protects us. Okay. I mean, you talking about somebody like, hey, who loves his weapons, right? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, and this guy, he's supposed to come and serve and help protect. I'm like, I've been moments where I've been like attacked, okay? And God shows up and I'm like, it resolves the situation. I'm like, wow, crazy. Let's keep on moving. Hey, Isaiah 49:16. Hey, I was going crazy when I heard about this. Hey, he's written your name on his palm. I mean, he's got your name. He's thinking about you and your life that he has it on his palm. Wow. Isaiah 49:16. I'm like, is that a tattoo? Okay, I know. That's somewhere else. But look, also keep on moving. That also Ephesians 3, chapter 3, 18 and 19. Look, for that may you have the power to understand. And may you have the power to understand how wide, how long, how high, how deep his love is. Man. Also, he talks about we talking about it's not in that scripture, but hey, he forgives our sins as far as the east is from the west. Now you say, you know what? I'm like, he's a very wise divine being because he didn't choose north and south because north and south has a meeting place. Because you say if I remember your sins about far as north to south. Well, at some moment it's about to be recalled. But he says from the east to the west, or west to the east, however, that west and east never connects. Never. Never. Man, that's I can't tell you the things of like, man, of when I stopped believing in, like, hey, or I should say when I didn't believe in him, I'm like all kind of crazy stuff, right? I'm gonna go on this one in. It's Psalms 36, 5 and 7, right? He said, man, he talks about his unfailing love. Oh Lord, is a vast, your love is as vast as the heavens. Faithfulness, it reaches beyond the clouds. Man, your right hand is mighty like the mighty mountains. Your justice is like the ocean depths. Your care for people and animals alike, oh Lord. Oh, how precious your unfailing love, oh God. All humanity finds shelter in the shadow of the Most High of His wings. Okay, so look, everything that I do here is from everything of wisdom and trying to pass on is because look, can we make money uh, and go forward in life and have bills paid and this and that? We can. Okay, I understand that, but to be whole inside, like, hey, like to prosper as your soul prosper, like, hey, you know what I mean? Your mind is right, your heart is right, your actions about how you do. You gotta know, like, hey, everything that's talked about in the good book, the Bible, is really talking about you. Like, hey, no sickness or no death can come up on you. That also talk about, hey, long life I'll satisfy. How long is long? We talking about, hey, we get 70 years old and we're supposed to die. But God's word is it's divine. I mean, when I say divine, I'm talking about it's untouched. It's talking about, hey, would you rather believe in, hey, that I can get sick, or that, hey, you can have a knowledge to say, you know what, no matter what sickness or plagues or anything that come up on the land, that I'm gonna be healthy. I thank God that with all this coronavirus, and I'm not saying that I can only say, man, only by God's divine law that me and my family haven't been sick. But if you don't believe in that, that's not for you. Okay? You don't have that part because that's not a truth in your life, whatever your truth is. It's like, hey, if you believe that you can go forward, that will be your truth. Somebody right next to your friend, your neighbor say, I don't believe in him. Do you know they passed? Do you know what they done? But it doesn't matter. Also, he talks about you being a new creature. He talks about, hey, man, he talks about, hey, who you used to be and who you are now. I love for people to bring up my past. Do you know who you was? Do you know what you used to do when you was young, when you was a teenager? I do. Hey, man, thank you. Thank you. I forgot all about it. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, hey, I'm, you're a new person. You're not who you used to be. And so you gotta walk in this confidence that, hey, this ain't just we just ain't praying, oh God, help me protect. Man, you gotta get some truths and you gotta put it here in like, hey, you know how you marinate food? Okay, everybody knows I'm a fat boy, so that's my my conversion kit to relate to. So like, hey, you got certain foods you season on the outside, and that's all it is to the food. It's just the outside. The inside, bland. You break that skin off of there, and you ain't, and that's not marinated. It ain't on it don't really taste like nothing. You like, I got the salt off the skin, but man, the chicken on the inside wasn't nothing. So as we marinate the truth, I mean, like I said, we start to become marinating our truth. We start to marinate and start to be living from inside out, not by what's seen. There's more that's unseen that there is seen. Okay, that's like, hey, the power of belief in yourself. Nobody see that. Can nobody see the belief inside you? But it's up there working. It's moving forward. It's helping you to accomplish things that you can or can't do. If I say to myself every day, I can't do this. I can't show up on these videos and give of myself. I can't help people to help go forward. That's you casting like a bad spell on yourself. You know what I mean? You casting a bad spell on yourself. Like, hey, you can't do this. Why would you tell? You got other people already telling you can't do it. Don't be telling yourself you can't do this. Hey, you have what it takes. Okay. Anything that talks about, let me end on this note. Anything that it talks about God, I pick out the great parts. Okay. Everything about, hey, that I never be forsaken. I'm always protected. I'm provided for. God, I love your thoughts and your precepts. I love the way you thought about how you set me up and how to go forward. These Everything I talk about here is all about principles and help you and go forward. Now, when I say principles, it's a divine being. And I want to say this and really kind of end real quick. Look, I don't care what religion or anything you believe, okay? I can care less. But I understand this about God. Look, if what you believe is not universal for everybody, young, old, black, white, rich, poor, whatever, then that's not God. It's not God. Because that's like that's like well, I can't use that example. I mean, there are some parents that they treat one kid good and the other one bad. But how can you? That's like, hey, when they say he loves everybody, if you had to choose one of your kids, which one would be killed or which one would die? You like, I can't do that. I can't do that. So the same thing is like, man, you know what? When God died for us, we all was his sons. Now, real like, hey, that's not my daddy, that's not my father. A lot of people we can't relate to the father thing because, you know what I mean? We're like, where our father at? So like, he's loving what? So anyway, to choose that, you had to say, you know what? I'm gonna come as myself, and you know what? I'm gonna take that on. Man, go, man, get in this. And like I said, ask him. I know you may have bad church experience. People who say it's not about the messenger. Okay, don't look at me. Hey, you look at me as a messenger. I mean, I can find things within my own self. Trust me. Okay, but don't look at me. Hear the message. Let the message, you know what I mean? Let the message hit you. Okay, understand that God never leave you, never forsake you. He's giving you things like I said. He talks about I give you everything to life and godliness to help you. I came so that you have life more abundant. You got to have knowledge to it. In school, if you don't know how to build something, but you go on YouTube or something and you learn how to build it, now you got knowledge and you have an understanding. You can work the area. If you don't know how business work, once you learn how business work, you can do that. Marketing or what's required for a job, you can end up doing that. You don't know how to make money. It's okay. You can learn how to do that once you have the knowledge and you understand. Okay, this I like some the one book the richest man in Babylon. He talks about it gives a parable. It says, you know what? These rich people, but I think this should be available for everybody. So if everybody was able to follow this principle, that everybody can turn their life around and move forward. That's how God is. He's universal. So everything that I give in this knowledge, it is from the good book. Okay. I just put it in a different way. It's not churchy, it's not religiously, but everything that I give is from the good book and what I learned personally through my 20 plus years of life. And like I said, God has given me the confidence. And so I want to tell you that as man, you know what, as you move forward, God will walk with you. As you stand in that knowledge, that truth, he says, hey, don't despise these small things and how you come about and how you change. So as you do, you going forward, he's helping you, he's guiding you, he's going to complete that work in you, but you got to trust it, you got to believe it, and everything that everybody and everything that you need in your life, that's who he's going to put in there for you. All right. So look, get your own personal relationship. Don't go about what you heard and this and that. That's like listen to a rumor or a lie, but you ain't heard it from the horse's mouth itself. Why would you do that? Why would you stop that? I'm your man, the CashMinister. I'm the ex-atheist. I will tell my story. We're here today's come. I've been battling with it to come about talking about, because it's not a story that I love to even talk about, man. Like I said, I don't like talking about the domestic violence, the suicide, man, life, death, man. That everything that I just having to overcome to, and having no confidence to be at this place, man. Um, it's not an easy thing to talk about. All right, but somebody has been in a worse situation than mine's and done overcome. And I want to see you. My prayer is this, and this is what I'm speaking. Hey, I wish you well. I wish you able to succeed. I wish everything that you think, that you put your hands to, everything that you want to go forward to, that every desire will be fulfilled. Not only your needs, but your wants and desires. Your life, you're not meant to be as a nobody, but you have your own special field. Don't compare your chapter 1 or your chapter 2 to somebody chapter 10. Okay, that chapter 10 is not you. Okay, and somebody can come up in the same house and have 2 different perspectives. So keep on going, man. Can't nothing stop you. I used to stutter. I overcame it. You can overcome it too. I'm your man, the CashMinister. I love you. I hope you keep on watching. And like I said, you find something that helps you and resonate with you, leave your comments, leave your likes. I greatly appreciate you. I love you and wish you well. I'm the man, the CashMinister. Take care. Bye-bye.